Hi guys, Brent here, and welcome to another commentary video. And today, this one's going to be a little bit more of a ranty one. This one's kind of something that's got under my skin very recently when I was playing a match of DBD. And it's kind of a mentality that I've seen shared a lot by the DBD community, especially more on the Survivor side of things. So if you guys are here because you like more Survivor stuff that I talk about, I'm going to be kind of bashing that role more. But it is kind of just a... It is a thing that both sides do. It's just, I happen to notice it more on the Survivor side of things. So let's go ahead and talk about this terrible mentality of trusting strangers. So I had a match while I was playing Huntress recently on stream, and it was on Suffo Pit, and the team was a 4-stack, and they were doing pretty well. They were pretty aggressive. They were not fearing the killer at all. They were coordinated and doing a good job, which is, not a bad thing. I play to win. They play to win. It's whatever. But they were doing their thing. Now, the situation, and I'll have it up in the B-roll over here, just up there at the top, rolling in the background. But the situation that happened that caused me just irreparable anger, was that there was a Dwight that I downed in this match. I was playing Huntress. There was a Dwight that I downed. And I hook him next to a gen that I notice is being worked on, and is at like 80-90%. It's very close to done. So I hook him next to said gen because I know that there's this Jane nearby that was working on said gen. So what I can do is I can hook the Dwight there, push her off the gen, and keep that gen from getting done, regress the gen, and try to chase the Jane. Now, this gen is just sitting on a Pride Rock, and there's a long wall vault that leads to the rest of Suffo Pit. Now, if you don't know how Suffo Pit works, the middle of the map is very condensed with tiles, and it's very easy to loop a killer for a long time in. So what this Jane decided to do was to, for some reason, I will point out, not prioritize the Dwight even, but wanted to prioritize getting the gen done. So every time I would come close to her, she'd go run and hit the long wall vault. But the moment that, she hit the long wall vault and she started going into the big, middle area that has tons and tons of structures, I'd come back to kick the gen she just tapped. And by the way, if you don't remember the course of the story, Dwight is right next to this hook, or right next to this gen. Dwight is right next to this generator. The hooked survivor is right next to this generator. So he's still not getting saved, which is very funny. So, and then I go back over, I kick the gen, I look to see if somebody's saving Dwight, and I turn around and guess who's right there? Jane. Good old Jane. Jane's back. Jane runs back, taps the gen again to keep it from regressing, hits the long wall vault, does the same thing again. So I do the same thing. Go back, kick the gen, see if anybody's saving Dwight. Guess who comes back? It literally was like this all match of her just trying to greed this gen with a hook survivor right there, right next to me, the entire time. So at a certain point, I just get frustrated because this is just annoying. So I just start slugging people out. That's what I start doing. Like, I just start committing chases. I just start slugging people out because this is annoying. Like, literally, like, anytime that I try to actually chase you, you just run away. But, like, you're also being super greedy and not getting your teammate and just trying to greed the gen the whole time and just trusting that I won't come after you. And trusting that I'll just, oh, well, camping's not morally right, so he'll just leave at some point, right? And just trusting me to not make the smart play, not to make the correct play, based on, I don't know, moral quandary, something like that. I don't know what was in their head. I'm not quite sure. But lo and behold, I do end up winning the match. I do end up slugging all 4 people out, and I do end up winning. The after chat was just a slaughter of me. Just them calling me calm, calling me a camper, them calling me a sweat, just give me the whole 9 yards, really letting me have it for sweating and tryharding. And it's just so stupid because clearly greeting the gen with the killer right next to you is a dumb idea. It's stupid. Why would you trust me to think, oh, maybe I'm camping, that's gonna hurt their feelings, I should leave? Why would you trust me, a complete stranger, to just suddenly have a weird epiphany about a playstyle in a video game? Why would you trust me with that? Why would you trust a complete stranger to make a certain to cut you a little bit of slack? Why would you trust a complete stranger to do that? The way I described this when I was on stream is it's like driving. just like driving like in the street in real life, right? You're on the road. You don't know who the other people are in the cars around you. You don't make crazy, awful driving decisions and just hope that everybody else would get out of the way. You drive safely because you don't know what the people in the other cars are thinking. You don't know what people in the other lanes are thinking. So you don't make weird or scary decisions on the road because you don't know how the other people on the road will react. Various different levels of like driving experience. Maybe they're not paying attention. Maybe they're on their phone. Maybe they're, you know, there's so many things. You can't trust everybody else on the road to make the exact right decision to keep you safe. You got to keep you safe. So why is it when we're in DBD, we are responsible to keep in mind that the strangers that we meet in these matches, on both sides, Killer and Survivor, but the strangers that we meet, that we are somehow expecting them to make morally right decisions or make safe decisions for the rest of us. That Jane gave me the most crap in After Chat. She really, really let me have it. But to be honest, she was the reason the entire match went sideways because she was trying to make a very greedy and risky play and just kind of put it in my hands as the killer player to treat her nicely and just kind of ignore that she was making an extra greedy play. It's okay to make extra greedy plays. I do them all the time when I play Survivor. But it comes with the understanding in my head that if I get caught out, it's not the killer playing sweaty. It's not the killer's fault. The killer's just playing the game. I made a poor decision that could have ended badly, and it did. It could have paid off, but it ended up not. It's not up to me to shame them for not allowing me to pull off a risky play. Like, they are a stranger. I don't know them. I can't expect that of them. So I don't know where this mentality comes from in the DBD community, because this happens a lot, and I see this in Twitch chats. I see this out in the wild playing games. Is that there's this mentality of we are trusting complete strangers to make decisions that benefit us. And I don't know where this mentality comes from. So if you could so help me, if you have inside info that I don't have, please try to enlighten me on why this is a thing in the DBD community. If it just comes down to just DBD community entitled, like, you know, that makes sense. That's a reason for a lot of things. But, you know, I don't like to go to the easiest answer right away. So if you have any inside info, please let me know. But other than that, that's going to be it for today's video, friends. Thank you so much for watching. But that's going to be it. I do upload daily, though, so hopefully I will see you tomorrow. But if I do not, I will see you when I see you. Goodbye.